It's a new decade, and the movie prospects appear to be getting better. 2021 has so many interesting movies lined up that will surely get you excited. And just like you, we cannot wait to see them. Also, due to the global health situation, the release dates of several movies were moved to 2021, and it's only a few months before we can finally stream them or see them in cinemas. These movies range from horror to superhero blockbusters, documentaries, Oscar hopefuls, and comedies. It's already the third month of the year, and some of these movies have been released. As expected, they've blown minds of viewers, and we can't wait for more. For instance, Malcolm and Marie was the most watched film on Netflix during its first weekend. Let's take a look at the best movies to watch in 2021, or movies we expect to see if we don't get hit by another global health situation. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Judas the Black Messiah. Judas the Black Messiah was released on the 12th of February and was directed by Shaka King, who is most known for Newlyweds. Judas and the Black Messiah features Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, Dominique Fishback, and several others. This historical drama focuses on the murder of Fred Hampton, the Black Panther chairman. The role is played by Daniel Kaluuya and is played alongside Lakeith, a FBI informant. The movie also focuses on the struggles of Black people in a racist United States and how the law enforcement agency, the FBI in this case, will do anything to stop an insurrection. The film appears to be both radical and tense as we see perspectives change from that of Kaluuya to Lakeith, both sharing extremely different political views. The movie is available to watch in theaters and can be streamed on HBO Max. The Truffle Hunters. The Truffle Hunters was released on the 12th of March and is directed by Michael Dweck and Gregory Kershaw. A documentary, the film focuses on the truffle trade in northern Italy and how these traders, usually older Italian men with their dogs, made their fortunes from this seemingly unusual business. The directors gave us a clear insight into what the business embodies, the viciousness it entails, and the money that goes in and out of the mini industry every day. Interestingly, the movie finds a way to focus on a sweet pooch, a dog of unidentifiable breed named Burba. Burba eats right from the table of his elderly owner, and the owner constantly worries about leaving the dog behind when he finally dies. If you want a story that will completely warm your heart, then this one's for you. Cherry. You must have heard about the Russo brothers if you've been following the Avengers franchise. However, the directors took a break from creating superhero movies to make Cherry, a dark story about opioid addiction, based on a novel by Nico Walker. The movie features beloved American actor and part-time superhero Tom Holland and Michael Rispoli, Sierra Bravo, and so on. In the book, we follow the story of an army medic who would do anything to fund his drug addiction, including robbing several banks. The story is truly harrowing to watch, and sort of becomes relatable when we see Holland playing the role of the troubled protagonist. The movie has been available to watch since March 12th on Apple TV+, and the reviews have been crazy. You should definitely see this one. Bad Trip. Everyone needs a little comedy to spice things up, and this movie by comedian Eric Andre is exactly what we need. This movie will be released on Netflix on the 26th of March and is expected to be filled with pranks. He also experimented with the talk show format in the movie. Eric co-writes this movie and appears alongside Lil Rel Howery and Tiffany Haddish. This should definitely be fun. No Time to Die. James Bond will finally be returning to our screens very soon, and this is the last time Daniel Craig will be playing James Bond. The movie has been delayed for quite some time, and we were already so pumped for its release. The movie comes from the director of Beasts of No Nation and Maniac, Cary Joji Fukunaga, and features screenwriting from Phoebe Waller-Bridge. However, one of the most exciting things about this movie is that we will be introduced to the next James Bond, Lashana Lynch, who will be the first Black female to be referred to as 007. We can't wait to see the novelty she would be bringing to the role. The movie has been scheduled to be released on April 2nd, 2021. Bios. Tom Hanks was one of the first celebrities to get infected with the dreaded illness that makes up the global health situation in 2020. However, before his bout with that, he had played a role in the movie Bios. Bios is a post-apocalyptic movie about a few Earth survivors who navigate a planet that is turned into a wasteland. However, the movie does not exclusively focus on the survivors, but on one survivor, Finch, a role played by Tom Hanks, who suffers from a terminal illness. Finch understands that he's dying very soon, but he must find someone who would take care of his dog in his absence. Rather than find a human like himself, he builds a robot who would take care of the dog when he dies. However, he must teach the dog and the robot to trust one another. Crazy story, right? The movie's directed by Miguel Sapochnik, who is most popular for directing some episodes of Game of Thrones. The project has been slated for April 16th, which is just a few short weeks away. Black Widow, perhaps one of the most anticipated movies of 2021, Black Widow is expected to be released on the 7th of May. We already know Black Widow from the Avenger franchise, but this is the first time we would be exploring the past of Natasha Romanoff. As a Russian spy, her missions caused her to offend some very powerful people. The movie will focus on this and other bits of her life before she became an Avenger. Even though Black Widow died in Endgame, we'll be seeing Scarlett Johansson reprise her role in the origin story, directed by Kate Shortland. The movie will also feature David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, and Florence Pugh. This movie will mark the first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe's fourth phase. It will also be the 24th film in the overall franchise. Fast and Furious 9. If you're a fan of car chases, action scenes, and crazy big-budget films, then the next movie in the Fast and Furious franchise should get you excited. There's no doubt that a number of fans have gotten tired of the franchise, but the 9th installment, slated for May 28th, promises to outdo everything that has come before it. We will, of course, be seeing regular faces both on screen and behind the scenes, including director Justin Lin, and stars like Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez. Interestingly, John Cena will also be joining the franchise as Dom's brother, which is a testament to the fact that the family is only getting bigger. Maybe a 10th installment, who knows? In the Heights. Way before Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote the classical Hamilton, he had written In the Heights. The musical was based on the neighborhood he grew up in, especially the multicultural working class members of the society. The musical was adapted into a film and went on to win the Tony Award for Best Musical in 2008. In 2021, another director is taking on the project. Director John M. Chu of Crazy Rich Asians. With Chiara Alegria Hudes, a screenwriter, John has created a movie entirely based on the musical, which will feature Anthony Ramos as Usnavi, Corey Hawkins, Leslie Grace, Jimmy Smits, Gregory Diaz IV, and so on. The movie will be released on the 18th of June, and we can already tell that it's going to be a masterpiece. Luca. Pixar will also be taking on another exciting adventure, but this time it's set in Italy around a young boy named Luca. Set on the Italian Riviera, Luca and his new friend Alberto enjoy a summer of gelato and endless fun. It initially appears to be a normal friendship, but Alberto is actually hiding a secret. He is a sea monster. Given Pixar's past success with animated films like Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, we expect that this will also do very well. On June 18th, the movie will finally be available for streaming. Top Gun: Maverick. It's been 34 years since Top Gun was first released. Since then, fans have clamored for a sequel, and it's finally happening in 2021. In July 2021, fans will see the return of Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer. It will be directed by Joseph Krasinski. It should, however, be noted that the first movie was directed by Tony Scott, who unfortunately killed himself in 2012 by jumping off a bridge. We hope this sequel will properly pay tribute to this action film icon. Deep Water. It is a known fact that the novels of Patricia Highsmith are always perfect film materials. Movies like The Talented Mr. Ripley and Carol have enjoyed positive critical acclaim. The newest adaptation is Deep Water, a film which will feature Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. The film is about a married couple who play deadly mind games with one another in a bid to rekindle what they used to have. If you're a fan of psychological thrillers, then this film, set to be released on August 13th, is for you. Candyman. What's a list of best movies to watch without at least one in the horror genre? Jordan Peele, who gave us Get Out and Us, is returning as producer and co-writer in Nia DaCosta's Candyman, a sequel to the 1992 classic. This sequel will take place in the present day and focus on the life of an artist who was terrorized by the Candyman as a child. This one promises to keep you on your toes on August 27th, when it finally gets released. The Eternals. We can officially say that the reign of the Avengers has ended, and Marvel is turning to a new set of superhero characters, this time a number of immortal aliens who must reunite to save the world from the Deviants. The movie will feature big names like Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Kit Harington, and Kumail Nanjiani. The movie is directed by indie filmmaker Chloe Zhao, renowned for Nomadland and Songs My Brothers Taught Me. Interestingly, it's also been rumored that this movie will include Marvel's first LGBTQ kiss. November 5th is the date. Make sure it stays on your calendar. And with that, we wrap up this video. Thank you for watching.